In my previous video, I talked about whether you should or should not put pricing on your website. And I think everybody can agree with me that it is important to put pricing on your website. I mean, how do you feel when you go to somewhere, when you're looking for information about a product or service, and you can't figure out what it costs? I wanted to take it a step further. It's important to share what causes the price to go up or down, or the levers to your pricing. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. There are four things that have an effect on the pricing for Penguin's services. The four are your team, your strategy, existing infrastructure, and of course, your growth velocity, or how fast you want to grow. So let's take it one at a time and talk about them in a little bit more detail. And first, team. Do you have a team? Are you a one-man show? Do you have no marketing in-house? What do you have? Do you have a designer? Do you have someone creating content? Maybe someone running social media? What are those things that you have? That will drive how much services you will need from an agency, such as Penguin or others, and that will drive definitely your monthly cost or your monthly budget. Number two is strategy. Do you have a marketing strategy? Do you have someone who can create a marketing strategy? Maybe it's your CMO, or maybe it's your marketing director. Do you have someone that can create messaging, that can understand your buyer's persona, that understands your product on the one side and your audience on the other? So do you have someone that can do that? Can they create the messaging? Can they do content strategy? Can they help you with sales and marketing alignment? And of course, map out your buyer's journey. If you've got some of those things in place, that could drive down the cost. So that's another area that's very important to think about, and is a big driver of taking your costs up and down. Number three is your existing infrastructure. So if we were to start working with you tomorrow, what do you have in place? And most of you have a website in place, but the question is, that website effective and ready to go out of the box, or is there work that needs to be done from minor tweaks to a rebranding project? So that's one thing that needs to be taken into effect. Second is, do you have marketing automation? Is HubSpot or Marketo or some other marketing automation implemented already? And if it's implemented, is it set up properly to do what you need it to do? So that's number two. Three, content. Have you generated content that can help you move buyers through the stages? Do you have a piece of content like this that explains to buyers what the cost of your services are? Do you have a piece of content answering all the questions that they may have through the buying process? And finally, what's your organic position? Are you guys placing for important SEO and organic keywords that you're looking to place for? Where are you in that process? All those things, that starting point, that is really going to drive the cost, especially in the initial months of getting things up and running, and definitely drive the speed to which you will see results, which brings me to our last element, which is your growth velocity. What is it? And we all are going to answer the question, we want to grow as fast as possible, but we also have budget restraints. So we need to look at those two things and decide how quickly can we grow against the budget that we have available. And those are really the main elements of the pricing structure and how it can be driven up or down. And because I know if you go to our website and if you're looking at our pricing page right now, you can see the budgets there from anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 to $40,000, and really the elements that drive that cost up and down are embedded in here. And of course, we'll need a deeper conversation to customize that for you. Finally, what does a month-to-month kind of budget look like? What are the things that should be done on a monthly basis? Well, the main point is down here. We need to be doing marketing management, whether you're doing it internally or one of our marketing consultants is doing it for you, and that's project management of all the different campaigns that are going on, analytics reviews, strategy review, marketing automation, setting up emails, setting up automation, setting up scoring, sales and marketing alignment, integration into the different marketing technologies you have, or sales or CRM. SEO, paid media, and of course social media. All those things take part of what we would call the marketing management element of the work that we would do with you. And the retainer, if you're looking at our credit system, usually takes anywhere from 30 to 50 of the credits that we're using on a monthly basis towards that, depending again on your internal team. Finally, the rest of the credits in your budget would go toward campaign creation. So a typical quarter, you may have 2-3 campaigns going on. A typical campaign could have 2 to 4 blocks in it. You may have a webinar, an ebook, definitely some videos that are going to go around that to help push it on both social media and paid media. And those are the elements that we would use the remaining credits that you have towards on a monthly basis. Again, the cost of those would be driven by your existing team, ability to do strategy and the rest. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand our pricing.